I found a lady blocking the young one.
Thank you very much. Kwanza kabisa mimi naitwa Brano Mandi. Mimi ndio kiongozi wa wanafunzi ama president katika Ekerubo Gietai Technical Training Institute. Kwanza kabisa mimi naitwa Brano Mandi. Mimi ndio kiongozi wa wanafunzi katika chuo hiki cha Ekerubo Gietai Technical Training Institute. Tumesimama hapa mbele yenu leo hii. Wanafunzi wamegoma kuingia darasa kwa sababu ya shida ambazo wako nazo. Sisi kama viongozi tumejaribu sana ili kuaddress shida ambazo wanapitia. Shida ya kwanza ambao wanafunzi wamekuwa wakilia sana ni mambo ya practicals na attendance ya walimu katika classes. Wanasema na tumeona hii ya kwamba walimu hawakuji classes na hakuna practicals zinafanywa na walimu wana harass students na hakuna hatua ambayo inachukuliwa. Issue ambayo tumezungumzia ni mambo ya communication katika shule. Communication katika shule imekuwa poor, hatuna student portal, hakuna SMS service. Wakati wanafunzi wanafunga shule na wanaporudi shule, hakuna ile communication ya kutosha. Watu wanapoteza mwelekeo. Mambo mengine ambayo wanafunzi wamelalamikia ni mambo ya vitabu katika library. Wamesema hakuna library na hakuna vitabu katika library na inakuwa ngumu kusoma. Mambo mengine ambayo wanafunzi wanalalamikia ni mambo na constitution ya shule. Wanafunzi hawana constitution ya shule, shida ambazo zinawakumba wajui vile wataziaddress na hiyo imetukalia ngumu sisi kama kiongozi. Mambo mengine ni na repairs katika shule. Repairs hazijafanywa katika shule kwa sababu kuna mvua inanyesha madarasa, baadhi ya madarasa wananyeshewa. Mambo mingi ambayo wanalalamikia ni mambo ya sports and curriculum activities. Hakuna mambo ya sports katika shule, hakuna requirements katika shule, hakuna sports activities katika shule. Mambo mengine ambayo wanafunzi wanalalamikia ni kwamba ni welfare ya wanafunzi. Mwanafunzi akipoteza mzazi inakuwa ngumu kushughulikiwa na mambo na administration. Inakuwa ngumu, wengine wanaenda na pikipiki kwa matanga na jambo ambalo haliruhusiwi katika shule. Mambo mengine ambayo tumejaribu kuaddress ambayo yanafaa sana ni mambo na school IDs. Wanafunzi tangu wakuja hapa imekuwa ngumu kuaccess library, imekuwa ngumu kuaccess medication kwa sababu hawana student ID cards ambazo zinawatambulisha kama wanafunzi. We have very genuine reasons. Ndio maana wanafunzi wamesema leo hii wanataka dunia ijue ya kwamba shida wanazopitia na waomba sitatuliwe. Ya mwisho, sisi kama viongozi tunataka tuombe ya kwamba tafadhali mambo hii sisi tumekuwa na vitisho na tumeambiwa labda tutafukuzwa. Tunaomba mtutetee na hatujafanya kitu, hatujaribu kitu yoyote na hakuna kitu yote imefanyika. Sisi tunaomba mtuweze kututetea na mwalimu ambaye tuko na yeye atusikize sisi kama council. Sisi kama wakilishi wa viongozi tunachukua malalamishi yetu kwake lakini atusikize. Ya mwisho nisema hivi, sisi tuko tayari kusoma. Ni sisi tupewe nafasi ya kusoma. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki.
Kama nataka tusoma hadi utaenda.
Hiyo nataka kuingia wewe bibi haisi kudanganya wewe.
Thank you. My name is Geoffrey Andama. I'm the principal of Ekerubo Gietai Technical Training Institute.
Welcome to the institution, although we have had a bit of a problem this morning. Last week, the students' leaders planned to have a meeting with students. I was away on official duty. The ministry had organized for a workshop on performance contracting, so I was officially away. And when I learned about it, I talked to my deputy, who was in charge of the station, Mr. Mariba, and he was able to meet the students on Wednesday. They were able to raise a few issues, which some of them we addressed. There were a few that needed that we consult, and we agreed with the student leaders that we have a meeting today at 9. But today morning by 9, the meeting could not take place because section of the student leaders blocked other students from going to class, and they disrupted classes. They said they didn't want to go to class, they wanted to be addressed. So that's what we have been trying to do, calming the students down so that we can be able to have a forum where we can sit together with the student leaders. Because some of the issues they are raising, it is not possible to have them. For example, they want culture week. This is not possible because of COVID-19, moratorium that is placed upon this region. They also want disco. They want what they are calling Freshers Night, which again is not possible because we are a day school. We do not run programs at night. The others are matters like class attendance, and they are saying that it is not properly done, but which are matters that we have addressed, and we have records from classes because we have a system that is used under the ASO management system, where the class reps are able to document the attendance of lessons by each trainer. And we have records that classes are actually going on. Occasionally there could be 1 or 2 lecturers that may be out on a workshop, but those classes are made up immediately the trainers come back. So those are some of the issues that we have. We are trying to have a meeting immediately after this with the student leaders so that we can be able to have an amicable resolution of the issues, and that classes should be able to continue because we have a very short time. In the next 3 weeks, we are going to have national examinations. So we are not interested in interruption to the classes. We are interested in continuity. And that's what we are pressing for. As a management, we are committed to ensure that we resolve any issue we have, to ensure that we do not interrupt the very short term that we had this term. As you are aware, we have had breaks, several of them, because of COVID-19. Some of the issues they are talking about are things that we had thought we would do, but we had to do a review of the budget, and some of them we couldn't do because we were needed to respond to the COVID-19 measures. So we had to do like basins, wash and basins where they are able to clean up and so on and so forth. They were not in the budget. So there are a few issues that in the process were sacrificed. Like I remember they wanted a public address system, which I told them because we have one that belongs to the SDA group, which we still use when we have meetings, then we didn't need to again spend money to get another one for the institution, given that we had other pressing needs. So I want to believe that the issues we have, we are able to. They came into office in March this year. We're in the month of June, actually July. They are barely 3 months in the office. We have had a training for them, which is one of the things they wanted. They wanted a training for the student leaders. We held one where we trained them. The issues they have raised came to my desk 2 weeks ago, and we discussed with the president of the Students Association, and we agreed that it will be proper for us to sit together. Yeah, but then we had another meeting that week. We had induction of the Board of Governors, followed by a board meeting, which was on Friday. Then we had a workshop in Mombasa. So you can see it's about 2 weeks since they raised those issues. But those matters were discussed with them on Wednesday last week. And some of them were resolved. The deputy was the one that was in charge of the meeting. He's actually standing behind you. Yes. So it's not like we have not listened to them. We listen and we actually address the matters that they raise. Like the matter of class attendance, we have been able to check, and we have ascertained that the classes are actually being attended to. Practicals, they raised practicals, and we have actually procured materials for all practicals. The entire of last week and the weeks that have gone, they have been going for practicals, masonry students, plumbing students, you know, all of them, the hairdressing and beauty therapy, fashion design and clothing, all of them are doing these practicals. You know, so there are issues that they raise and we normally just address them instantly. Actually, what I've told them is that I don't encourage them to wait until the principal comes. When they have an issue, they take it directly to the office concerned, and the matter is handled instant. We don't need to wait for a meeting to issue to solve issues. It is actually not, you know, the allegation that is not accessible is not correct. The office of the principal is open every day. And I've not barred students from coming in. Actually, you know, they come. Even him, he comes. Even other students. It's not that we don't keep a record of students when they come to the office. The student leader, you know, it is true, you know, he became emotional. But I don't think it is because he has failed to reach me. As a matter of fact, we talk. Before I left for the workshop, we had a meeting with him here. Actually, he had come to report that he was being, somebody had threatened him. And I told him, no, just calm down. Leadership can be challenging. So leadership can be quite weighty, and sometimes he may be overwhelmed because of you know, students and so on. And you know, the issue is that when at some point he was unable to now control the students, and that can be very frustrating for a leader. When you call a meeting, then you are now trying to manage them and they are not listening to you any longer. That can be frustrating, and most likely is why he was shedding tears. It's not because we do not listen to him. We have an open door policy for our students. The issues the students are raising are issues that we are able to manage and to do them. Actually, what we wanted to do this morning was to meet and agree on when this is being done and this one. There are not issues that are beyond doing, because they are some of them is just simple answers.
Huko ni kumaanisha kwamba issues ambazo student leaders wameraise zitatekelezwa zote ama itakuwa vipi?
There are others that cannot be done because of policy matters. Like when you want a disco, when there is a advisor from government on COVID matters, that we cannot do. When you want a freshers' night in an institution, a day school, that we are incapable of doing. But the ones that are genuine and doable, as in we are not infringing on any regulation, we will definitely do that. Yeah. And because of time management, the dean gave because the dean was the lead of delegation to that barrio, and the dean gave chance to the people in her party to stand and wave to the mourners. And she talked on behalf of the institution. And she said, now we are done, let us sit down. Now the student leader felt aggrieved that he was not allowed to speak. Yet, in the interest of managing time and management of how we communicate the policies of the institution, the dean had the mandate of speaking on behalf of the institute. I think that could have caused what the student leader is now saying, that he feels like he's not being recognized. And I want to, as I address that, I want to say that we are trying to advise the leadership of the students. In the past, they have gone to barrios and they have spoken and misrepresented what should have been spoken. And if he is honest with you, he'll tell you that in one of those barrios, he went and spoke. And later, I was told he had posted a message on his WhatsApp page that a top leader in the county had threatened him. A top leader in government. And he came here and I told him, they pay, is it 300 shillings?
Not only for attachment, but general medical cover in school.
There's medical fees. Yeah. There's part of the fees
that is classified under medical
Maybe when a student gets
fees.
Okay, yeah. I
The
don't
six,
get you.
the
General
6,000.
insurance, yes.
It is 6,000.
No, it's not 6,000. It's 300 shillings.
And I overheard one of your teachers say that a leader came to his office and she gave 200 to hospital. Why? Give her 200 and there is money that is issued for the same.
I'll explain that. What happens is that, you know, the institution may not be having cash in the office at that particular point, because we normally bank our money in the account in the bank, and therefore when you make a request, we have to now look for a way of handling in terms of resolving the matter and then getting that money reimbursed. So the dean sometimes does that because a case may come and it is urgent, so she'll take contingency steps to ensure the student is taken to hospital, as we handle the other matters like expenditure now that takes place in the hospital. You see that? So that's why the dean was saying she gave 200 shillings for the student to be rushed to hospital, as we now wait to address the matter formally when he has been admitted. Because if we have to wait, begin processing, making requests for interest, and a student is sick, then it may take too long.
But it's 200